The peste, the petits ruminants, is a contagious viral disease that mainly affects sheep and goats. It is characterized by fever, mouth sore, diarrhea, pneumonia, and death. It is estimated that 80% of the global small ruminant population is exposed to the infection. PPR results in the death of 90% of the infected animals. It is therefore animal health emergency in the ECOWAS region with high morbidity and mortality. The control and eradication of PPR in the ECOWAS region will contribute to the fight against the rural poverty, ensure food nutrition and security, economic growth, and strengthen the resilience of livestock-dependent communities in the region. PPR is endemic in the ECOWAS space, and its control and eradication in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone will form the nucleus of control and eradication in all ECOWAS member states. Small ruminants, breeders, and herders, particularly women who are traditional owners of sheep and goats, suffer from the consequences of losses incurred from the outbreak of PPR disease.
I start this work from a very young age, and I take care of my flocks when they get sick. I have 74 small ruminants that I vaccinate in the bush. When they come for vaccinations, they charge us 5,000 national Guinea francs. We ask government if it is possible to return the products to us.
We animal them they don't sick through this PPR about 2 to 3 months ago. Where them be sick. So but where the animal them be sick through the advice of the veterinary, because they say when is animal sick from then PPR there. And we don't get the medicine. So, we thank God to the president because he been provide a vaccine for we.
Even though the situation of the prevalence of the disease varies from the country to another, the concern of its outbreak and need for control and eradication is the same in the three countries.
Le profil épidémiologique de la PPR en Guinée.
The epidemiological profile of the PPR disease shows that the 33 prefectures who make up Guinea are affected by the PPR disease, and we have developed strategy to throw out the disease before 2030. We must strengthen the surveillance of the disease. Today in our laboratory we do the PCR and other examinations. The fundamental thing that we developed is vaccination.
Pour vaincre cette maladie, il faut vacciner.
Well, in the Republic of Liberia, PPR has been a devastating disease since 2010. There have been sporadic outbreak of PPR.
We have a lot of challenges, starting from staffing. We don't have veterinary staff at the moment, but we are trying, with the support of the partners of OIE, re-engage some of the staff we have.
To support the effort of the three countries in their fight against this scourge, the ECOWAS Regional Animal Health Center initiated activities for the control and eradication of these target countries with the financial support of the Swiss Development Corporation, with the launch of a mass vaccination campaign against the peste, the petits ruminants, in the border town of Pamela on 7 December 2019.
Our priority today is to launch this program in our sub-region, Mano River Union, in these three countries. This disease is the transboundary animal disease of which a global and continental strategies has been defined. We are working to ensure that in the process of eradication, the disease will help those that have not lost their livestock, and also to help the families that have animals which lost their means of livelihood, particularly the women, youth, and the head of the family, who consider the sheep, the goats, as a means of subsistence as their bank to restore the means of subsistence and also to protect their animals efficiently.
Et de protéger plus efficacement.
Pour la coopération suisse,
For Swiss cooperation, this action is inscribed in their global engagement in favor of livestock and pastoralism in West Africa. In addition to this action, which permits to carry out this vaccination campaign, the Swiss has an accord with the Réseau Barital Morobe RBM to provide livestock and food aid to more than 9,000 agro-pastoral households in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Mauritania, and Chad.
Vaccines, dewormers, anti-stress, and vaccination equipment were purchased and made available to each of the 3 countries.
The antibiotics. These are the coolers, everything we need. The technician takes the cooler, with the vaccine, with the medication.
To make this campaign a success, livestock technicians, laboratory technicians, and vaccinators in these countries have benefited from several capacity building trainings.
During these 2 training sessions, the first involved the training of the vaccinators, and secondly, the training of laboratory technicians. We have observed that in the 3 countries, people have been mobilized during vaccination and the laboratory diagnosis. They are well equipped.
Ils sont bien outillés. Since the project started, they've involved us as technical support to this project. And at the beginning, what we did was to attend the ministerial meeting, where our own part was to give technical support to the technical team in RAC, those who will be doing the vaccine in the field, the vaccinators.
The ministers of livestock in the 3 countries have pledged to work together, hand in hand, to eradicate this transboundary animal disease from their basin through synchronized vaccination campaign.
La peste.
The pest of the petits ruminants, PPR, and the food and mouth disease, FMD, have been reported in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea. We immediately reported to the higher authorities and have received all the support from the President of the Republic of Guinea to embark on this mass vaccination campaign with the 3 countries under the leadership of ECOWAS.
Sous l'égide de la CEDEAO.
It's a very important exercise, and but in order for us to be able to do it properly and effectively, we need support, which I think we are very much thankful and grateful to the Swiss Corporation through the ECOWAS, commission, is actually to be able to eliminate it as much as possible.
I think we have started some work back home. We are sure of doing what is required to, according to ECOWAS' own target they have set, and our own target. We have our target, our own target we have also.
This campaign is part of a global approach to Peste des petits ruminants control, allows the regions to reaffirm the international political commitment to eradicate Peste des petits ruminants worldwide by 2030. The ECOWAS strategy for progressive control and eradication of PPR is in line with the ECOWAS agricultural policy. This further aligns with the global sustainable development goals.
Women traditionally in our region keep the small animals, the sheep and the goat. If you lose those animals, that is where a woman gets food for her family, cells to solve problems, sometimes to go to the hospital. And so when a disease comes and kills all those animals, we know that the disease can be eradicated. We know that we have the labs that produce these vaccines in our region. It is possible to eradicate this disease.
Lorsque
When all means recurred, particularly the human resources will be mobilized on the laborious and Sierra Leone side, which not have enough human resources, but whose governments are willing and have already announced to request Guinea so that the Guinean technicians and veterinarians, vaccinators can come and help them with the support of the Regional Animal Health Center of Bamako. This work will be therefore be done to accelerate and estimate that at the end of June should allow to arrive at the same time at the end of the vaccination operations, but also at the evaluation of the concrete resource that will have been achieved so that we are able to use this data and mobilize other investments to work on sustainability.
pour travailler sur la durabilité.
The control and eradication of the pest des petits ruminants through integrated approaches to the control of transboundary animal diseases directly impact food and nutritional security. For the ECOWAS community, the eradication of PPR is vital for food security, income generation, and improvement of the livelihoods of small ruminant breeders.